Yo, listen up, criminals. We're here to break it down and lay it out straight. We're talking about those federal German basic civil rights, the foundation that keeps society in check. So let's dive into it with some hip jazz talk and hip-hop slang. First up, we got human dignity, and let me tell you, that's the real deal. It's all about respecting each other's worth. No matter who you are, it's the top dog. The beat that sets the rhythm for all the other rights. Next, personal freedoms, baby. It's all about doing your thing, moving and grooving without anyone holding you back. Freedom of movement and residence. That's your ticket to Rome and find your own flow. Now, let's talk equality before the law, where everyone's on the same level playing field. No favoritism, no discrimination based on race, ethnicity, gender, religion, or anything else. We're all in this game together. Don't forget about freedom of faith and conscience. My people, you got the right to think and believe what you want. No one can mess with that. And yeah, you can practice your religion, cause that's protected too. Express yourself. Yo, freedom of expression is the name of the game. You got the right to speak your mind. Let your voice be heard. Press, speech, it's all guaranteed. Censorship? Nah, that's a no-go. When it comes to getting together, freedom of assembly is the way to go. Peaceful gatherings, protests, it's all protected. Just keep it within the rules, cause regulations gotta be respected. You wanna join forces? Freedom of association is your go-to move. Political parties, trade unions, you name it, form those connections and make your mark. Privacy, my friends, that's a sacred right. You got the power to control your personal data. Determine how it's used. Your letters, posts, and communications, hands off. They're inviolable. Hey, we're all about artistic expression too. Freedom of artistic expression lets artists like you shine. From literature to art, science to scholarship, you got the freedom to create and inspire. Occupational freedom, that's where you call the shots. Choose your profession. Do what makes you feel alive. Laws may regulate qualifications and access, but you still got the freedom to chase your dreams. Your home is your castle. Ain't nobody gonna mess with that. Inviolability of the home means searches and interventions can only happen under specific legal conditions. Keep it locked and protected. Persecuted for political reasons? Asylum's got your back. You got the right to seek refuge and find safety. Don't let anyone keep you down. Citizenship, baby, that's your ticket to belong. Your right to it is protected, and nobody can strip it away against your will. Hold on to that identity. It's who you are, your property and inheritance. They're locked down tight. Protection of property ensures your rights, and expropriation only happens in the public interest with fair compensation. Your wealth, your rules. You got something to say? Right to petition. My friend, raise your voice, individually or as a crew, and address those authorities. Let them know what's up. If your rights get violated, you ain't staying silent. Right to remedy means you can take it to court, get your case heard. Don't let anyone trample on your rights without a fight. Now, we know there are restrictions. Basic rights can be limited if it's for the greater good. Protecting other rights Resume. Personal freedoms. Every person has the right to personal freedom, including freedom of movement and freedom of residence. Equality before the law. All individuals are equal before the law. No one shall be favored or discriminated against based on race, ethnicity, gender, religion, or other characteristics. Freedom of faith and conscience. Everyone has the right to freedom of thought, conscience, and religion. The practice of religion is protected. Freedom of expression, including freedom of the press and freedom of speech, is guaranteed. Censorship is prohibited. Freedom of assembly, the right to peaceful assembly is protected. Public gatherings and demonstrations are allowed, subject to certain regulations. Freedom of association, individuals have the right to form associations, including political parties, trade unions, and other organizations. Privacy, the right to privacy is protected. Everyone has the right to determine the use of their personal data. Freedom of movement. Every German citizen has the right to move freely within the country and choose their place of residence. Privacy of correspondence, posts, and telecommunications. The privacy of letters, posts, and telecommunications is inviolable. Freedom of artistic expression. Artists have the freedom of artistic expression, including freedom of literature, art, science, and scholarship. Occupational freedom. Everyone has the right to choose their profession freely. Professional qualifications and access to professions may be regulated by laws. Inviolability of the home. The home is inviolable. Searches and interventions may only be carried out under certain legal conditions. Asylum. Persons persecuted for political reasons have the right to asylum. Citizenship. The right to citizenship is protected. No one shall be deprived of their citizenship against their will. Protection of property. Property and inheritance rights are protected. Expropriation is only permitted for the public interest and with just compensation. Right to petition. Everyone has the right to address petitions to authorities, both individually and collectively. Right to remedy. Anyone whose rights have been violated has the right to have their case heard by a court. Restrictions on basic rights. Basic rights may be restricted by laws if necessary for the protection of other rights or the common good. International law and human rights. The German state is committed to respecting international law and protecting human rights. Political parties. Political parties have the freedom to participate in the political process. Bundestag. Parliament. Members of the Bundestag represent the entire German people and are bound only by their conscience. Equality between men and women. Men and women have equal rights. The state promotes the equality of women and men. Education. Everyone has the right to education. School attendance is compulsory. Family, marriage and family are under special protection of the state. Non-discrimination in the workplace. No one shall be discriminated against in employment based on gender, race, ethnicity, origin, disability, religion, or political views. Protection of motherhood and children. Mothers and children have the right to special protection and support from the state. Cultural, artistic, and scientific freedom. Cultural, artistic, and scientific work is free. The state supports and promotes culture and science.